In just 1 week, the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal has completely changed my life and my perspective of my life, and the information that has led me to be the version of myself that I am. The Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, this is a real magic tool. This is something else, guys. And there's nothing more exciting to me than the mind-blowing information and downloads and perspective shifts that have been happening to me just from working with my Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal. The Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is frickin' on a whole other level. Welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. My name is Nathan, and 15,000 years ago, I existed in a society that took place within the 5th to 7th dimension. So our consciousness was quite different, and the way that we lived our lives was incredibly different as well. We lived in peace and harmony in nature. Now, when we think right now about living in peace and harmony in nature, I guarantee you that your vision of what that means is completely different than what it actually is, based on the way that I remember living in this society. Now, that's a different topic. My job in this society was to be the crystal priest. Now, I worked with crystals, and I infused crystals with monatomic gold particles, silver, platinum, magnetite, and I would use these magnetic fields that were created, specifically in quartz, to create literal wormholes in the quantum realm. So it was my job to help raise the collective consciousness of my fellow peers in my society. Now, we were already at quite a level in this world that we were taking place in. Now, we actually were here on Earth, just so you know. It just is a society that's taking place on a different dimension that is difficult for us to perceive now as we are. Now, one of the main crystals that I worked with was Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystals. And one of the biggest reasons for this was because I'm able to activate certain information and vibrational data that exists within crystals, and therefore was able to help transfer that information into other people that existed in my society with me. So this is really exciting. And just from working with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, I've been remembering these things. And with these memories is coming whole other worlds of information that have to do with crystals and working with them. I'm having portals of information open up about things that can be done with crystals that I've never seen anywhere else. Nobody talks about this in books. There's no YouTube videos. There's no Google search you can do. So Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is able to literally transfer information into us. Now, it was also my job to help use crystals to expand my fellow collective society into infinite intelligence and the ability to access this. I specifically was working with the scientists of our culture and helping them to connect to this infinite intelligence so that we could take our science even further. Now, this infinite intelligence is what we today in our spiritual community refer to as the dimension of Akashic Records. So this is all very endearing and exciting things, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about that. Now, all this stuff has been surfacing in me simply from working with my Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal. And in this video, what I'm going to do is share some of my highly specialized knowledge about the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, about some things that are really far out ridiculous that you can do with crystals, and I also am going to share with you guys some more basic end type things that you can do with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, and talk a little bit about some prophecy stuff that have to do with the Lemurians, because the Lemurians are 100% real. I always thought this stuff was mumbo jumbo, but they're here in Mount Shasta, and if you can vibrate at a high enough level, you can literally perceive and interact with them. I actually met one yesterday. You guys are going to think I'm nuts. I really don't care. I met one yesterday, and I was gifted this crystal. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Well, anyways. there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's go ahead and get started with some basic stuff that you can do with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal. And I highly recommend that you go and you grab your Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal if you have it, and simply hold it throughout this video, because this will help to activate it and activate information within you, as I am literally giving off a frequency. We are all giving off a frequency all of the time. And by simply being around someone, it's literally like being around a crystal. You are connecting and merging with each other's frequencies. Now, the frequency that I'm going to put off right now in this video is highly likely to trigger past life memories for you that have to do with ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis, the Lyrians, because you are special. You are resonating to see this video, which means you are highly likely from these same cultures and societies that I myself also exist in. And we're going to have a lot of that information surfacing in us in this video. Now, if you do not have a Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, it's totally okay, no worries, you don't need one. I am going to be doing a giveaway in this video of one of the most powerful, highly activated crystals that I've ever given away, because I have remembered a lot of the work that I've done with crystals in the past, and I am ready now to really help people and to really give out crystals, because this is me. This is who I am. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to be doing a crystal giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned for that. All right, guys, let's get started with some really cool basic stuff you can do with your Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal. Number one for working with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal that I want to share with you guys is the reactivation of vibrational information that exists within all of our, essentially the cells of our body. All of this information is literally within us. So the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystals are able to activate this and help us in the process of awakening, which what awakening really means is remembering home. Source, okay? This is what we're talking about here. Now, Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is absolutely the best crystal that resonates at the level of home, your home, all the things that you need to activate and remember within yourself. Now, what's really exciting about this is that this works specifically best for those of us who took place in the Lemurian culture, who took place in the ancient Atlantis. Now, what happened in these societies, and I apologize if some of these memories resurface for you because they're pretty traumatic and I've been dealing with these myself. There was very traumatizing events that took place at the end of our society just over 15,000 years ago. Many of us are still carrying physical trauma that can manifest themselves as physical ailments. We're carrying physical trauma. We're carrying emotional issues. Some of us have some trust problems with the universe. And, you know, it's okay. This is part of our story unfolding. But when these traumatic events were taking place, we had been working on such a high level of spirituality, such a high level of science, such a high level of working with crystals, doing things that literally no one will believe me when I start talking about them in my videos now. But it's okay. We were highly advanced, guys. Highly, highly advanced. There's some crazy shit going on. Now, we didn't want to just lose all this information because we really were in perfect harmony and balance with nature, and we lived in a beautiful way. Now, what we wanted to do as things were falling apart and as we could feel that our culture and our society was coming to a close, because we were so tuned in, it's essentially like we knew what the future was, okay? We stored our own information within us into these crystals. This is what we did. Now, there are crystals out there that are specifically your crystals that have your information stored in them. This is the way that it is. Now, this crystal was mine. This is my legit crystal. This is absolutely mine. Now, there's one for all of us. There really is. That has the power to activate things within you that you can't even begin to imagine until you're holding it in your hand. Now, don't worry. This isn't something you need to go on the internet and search and try and find the one that looks like it resonates the most, and it will find you when it is the perfect time. This is how the universe works. A lot of this is based on quantum mechanics and quantum alignment, which is a lot of what I was working with and teaching people back in the society. Your crystal will find you, so let go, don't worry about it. Eventually, it will come to you because it is part of your life path. It's part of your character and the story that's taking place that we're all a part of. We are all the one. The one is a beautiful story. We can look at it this way, at least, to help us to understand. Now, when you do have your crystal, it will begin to surface information within you. Now, a lot of people say that you need to rub the lines on the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal. You need to sit there and meditate with it. This is actually not the case, at least not for me. You just simply get it, and because of quantum alignment, things just start happening. Now, the best way to feel the energy and resurface things within yourself, for me, is to sit here and just look at it and appreciate it. That's literally it. It's as simple as that. You don't got to do anything crazy. You just sit with it and you appreciate it. Now, second to this is actually that Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is able to help us to align with present moment consciousness. So here's the thing. The past and the future are literal hallucinations that are not real. They do not exist. The past is a collection of false information. It's fake. It's literally fantasy that is justifying your current position you are standing in. So whoever you are right now, whatever you're doing in life, whatever is taking place in your current reality, you have a hallucination of all of your past childhood and everything that has led you to right now. But none of it's real. It's only justifying where you're standing. As soon as you shift, which is just the way that the universe's mechanics are, as soon as you shift, all of the information that you have of your past will literally change too. That's how fake and false it is. It's literally a hallucination. Now, when we work with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, it both, yes, ironically speaking, I know it's just our universe. It's a huge cosmic ironic joke. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. It's so good here. It's so good. The cosmic joke is that the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is going to help you to remember all kinds of past life information and resurface all kinds of vibrational data within you. And yet, simultaneously, as it awakens these things, is also melting our perspective of the past being real and helping to break down this vibratory illusion. Now, this is really, 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 really powerful because present moment consciousness, where you literally are not pulling from the past, you literally are not projecting to the future, you simply are. You just are. You are just being. That's what it is. You're just being. That's the present moment. You just be. When we're doing this, this is where magic is taking place. This is where all kinds of powerful abilities and crazy dimensional teleportation, information, infinite intelligence, this is where it all takes place. It's in that present moment consciousness. And Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is literally helping us to break those barriers down to be that. So, what we have come to, I just want to recap here. Your Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is on its way to you. Once you have it, one of the things you can do with your Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is just look at it and appreciate it in the light, and it will help to resurface past life information. Secondly, Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is helping to break down our illusion of the past and the future. Now, here's how you can help to create this. Even though you really don't need to do anything, I'm just going to share some stuff with you that will help you. There are spectrums of light that are flooding through. Now, there are light codes, vibrational information, literally knocking on your door trying to get in. You have to let them, though. You have to give it permission. It's part of the way our universe works. Nothing can come at you and do anything to you that you don't want or that on a higher level you are not choosing for yourself. I want you to know this. There's literally nothing to be afraid of. The only fear that we experience is fear that we are literally choosing for ourselves, and it's part of our story. So you can really know that and feel a lot more safe and comfortable in your existence, I think. Now, there's a visible light spectrum. And once we get under the ultraviolet, there are some other wavelengths of light that you literally can't perceive with your human eyes. However, our crystals, when you hold it up to the light, are literally able to magnetize and magnify these waveforms of light and project them into you and help you to integrate these light codes. I have absolutely no proof for this. I don't have anything that I can lay out and tell you guys. If you want to resonate with that and pull it in, great. If not, that's okay too. Whenever anybody's sharing anything, always make sure to feel what resonates with you. because whether it's true to them or not, we are all on a different life path that is part of an overarching story. So resonance is a real powerful thing to pay attention to within ourselves, and I just wanted to let you guys know that. No matter how cool and exciting it is, what I'm talking about, if it doesn't resonate, throw it out the door. It's just entertainment. My channel's marked as entertainment, okay? You could just let it go. You don't have to try to resonate if you don't, you know? So these spectrums of light are able to come through the crystals and into us and help to integrate these light codes. The third basic thing that you can do with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is one that involves a Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal that has the lines on it. I'll show you. Let's see if we could get this in the camera. If not, I'll just upload a picture on top of this. Now, these have lines. Now, many people say that you're supposed to rub these lines to activate the information within them. That's okay. You know, I'm not trying to be rude by just bluntly saying that they're wrong, but they're wrong. I'm sorry, they're wrong. These are actually meant for you. It's part of the powerful tool that Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is. We are constantly shifting through dimensions. Realities are constantly melting, and you're also taking place in every single one simultaneously. It's just that your awareness is currently present in the one that is your present moment. Holy crap. There is so much freaking cool stuff with crystals. I'm sorry, guys. I really like crystals a lot. Now, these lines on this crystal are here to help you to navigate through different timelines and realities. As you work with the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, A, information resurfaces within you. B, you let go of that information and find yourself in the present moment. And C, you are now able to literally walk through realities on timeline shifts and remember the shifting that's taking place. As I said, when you shift, your entire past information will literally change and you will not know. It's a hallucination. You'll just think that this is who you've always been. Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, with this conscious shift that's taking place, you will literally be able to start remembering the shifting that's taking place. Your past information hallucination will still be there. It will all have changed, but your awareness is now tuned in. You are tuned in to a level that is difficult to describe, but you will feel. And this awareness enables you to literally feel the shifting that's taking place, to literally perceive the hallucination shifting as well. Now, because of this, you will realize that the shifting that we are naturally doing, sometimes you leave things behind on a timeline and you'll miss them and you'll wish you could have them back. But it's complicated to shift through these realities. And this is exactly why 15,000 years ago, I was infusing these with magnetic minerals that create wormholes in the quantum field, because it enabled people to literally step through different dimensions and learn and integrate millions and millions and millions of years worth of information in a single moment. Now, this was incredibly powerful for us, as you could imagine. These lines on the crystal will help you to navigate different timelines. Let's go ahead and say I'm on this timeline, but then I shift to another, and then I go, you know what, actually, I'm going to go back over here. I simply go to the line that I was holding before I took my step onto the other timeline. Now, this one's a little bit more complicated, and it's a little bit more challenging for people to integrate, I understand. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to let you know to make sure to subscribe, because I'm literally going to have a breakdown video that goes deep into shifting dimensions and realities with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal and the literal mechanics of how this works. I'm really going to get deep, guys. Like I said, I'm having all the information of all the years I've been working with crystals in the universe coming through. Definitely make sure to subscribe. I want you to see that video. It's going to be really powerful. Now, we're going to leave it at that, and next what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into some prophecy information with the Lemurians. I'm going to talk a little bit about my interaction with the Lemurian that I've met. I'm going to share some stuff with you guys that it's just time for us to talk about, and I'm going to talk about some more far-out stuff with the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal that I highly doubt anyone's going to integrate, but it's going to be fun to share. So let's go ahead and do it. Before we hop into the next part of the video, we're going to do a crystal giveaway, which I do every single video. So definitely make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Don't be too bummed if you're not the one who wins this. Now, this is a piece of Arkansas quartz, one of the most powerful forms of quartz that I've ever worked with. Now, not only this, but in the next part of the video, I'm going to be talking about some interesting vortex information and prophecy information about the crystals from Arkansas. Anyways, the way to enter for the giveaway for this crystal is like the video, make sure you're subscribed and have the bell notification clicked, and comment below what your favorite thing about the energy of Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal is. And if you haven't ever worked with Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, just go ahead and let me know what of the 3 things I talked about in the beginning of the video you're most excited about to use the crystal for. Now, this crystal's been activated to help you to just be. It's very powerful. I know it's small, but this is a very special energy, and when you win this, I recommend that you do nothing with it, but just wear it. Just wear it. You don't need to do anything else, and you will slowly but surely find yourself activating all kinds of information about what it means to just be you in the present moment as your true self. So, enter for that below. I'll let you guys know by responding to your comment 1 week from today that the video has posted, and that'll be pretty exciting. Alright, now we're going to get into the next part of the video. The information that I'm going to share with you in this part of the video is vast, and it expands into realms that are difficult for us to fathom, and so they'll take on a manifestation of words, because for us here right now it's necessary, but the words are limiting and they hold back the truth. So, first things first, the Lemurian people, this is real. The Lemurian prophecy, it's real, 100%. I don't know how. I have nothing to do with it being real, you know, it has nothing to do with us, it just is. It's part of the story. And that's mind-blowing to me because I never knew that these things were really real. I always just thought it was kind of a part of the spiritual community that has very active imaginations like children. No offense, I have come into this now and I realized, like, holy crap, holy freaking crap. Now, when it comes to crystals, this is what I'm all about, and it makes sense. Everything is making sense all throughout my childhood. I'm literally a crystal wizard. I have always been. Every single life that I have had here on Earth, and even in other dimensions and star systems in the universe, I'm the crystal guy. Or gal. I've been girls a lot, actually. Mostly I've been women. Maybe you can tell. Anyways, that's not really relevant. There are crystals from ancient Atlantis that, I don't know if I should be talking about this. Many of us in the spiritual community are drawn to Mount Shasta, which is where I am now. We're drawn to Sedona. We're drawn to Joshua Tree. Places like this. Now, we already know that these have vortex energies. The reason for this, scientifically speaking, is because the Earth has energetic pathways and even chakra system just like us. Now, the energetic pathways I'm discussing more specifically are called ley lines. Now, in these ley lines, this is where we, in these highly advanced societies, would go to do advanced spiritual work. And this is where I did much of my work in many different lifetimes with crystals. The energetic ley lines really helped us to integrate energy and power. Now, in some of these locations, buried 6 miles deep under the earth, are massive crystals, massive, weighing hundreds of tons. Your mind would be blown to see these crystals. Perfectly clear quartz infused with the exotic minerals I mentioned to you. Holding and storing massively powerful amounts of information, these are. Now is not the time for us to go and dig these up. As a matter of fact, you would not even be able to perceive them or be able to open the dimensional lock, which is what they are being held in, unless you are able to vibrate at a 7th dimensional level of consciousness. This is very intentional why I buried them this way. It's not time to pull these crystals out. I'm just telling you this because it's pretty exciting. We will experience these resurfacing in our lifetime. If you are around the same age group as me, you will experience this. Just don't go dying right now, okay? Hang in there. There's very exciting stuff on its way. Now, there's a massive shift that is taking place. We all have been talking about this. The vibration of the planet is shifting, so on and so forth. Now, what is literally going to happen is some of us will just simply cease to exist. We will just dissipate. And I don't really know if I should be talking about this kind of stuff. If it doesn't resonate, don't listen to it. This is just for entertainment. It's just a story, okay? Some of us will literally just dissipate into non-existence, as if we were never there at all. And the rest of us will literally shift into what is the most egoic way of being able to explain it is heaven on earth. A perfect reflection, heaven and earth. Now, in order to be not pushed into non-existence and simply just into the heaven on earth and have that consciousness shift and be here when all of these magical things are taking place, it is very important right now. Not very important in a scary way to freak you out. There's no rush in that sense, but there is a rush in as in the time is now, okay? It's time to stop putting this stuff off. Many of us have just been waiting for the changes to come. What we don't realize is that we are the change. We are the change. We are the vibrational change taking place. All of us here right now that are resonating with this, it's us. We are the ones that are being the change. Just be. It's the present moment. Just be. Stop waiting for it. Those of us who are in service to others, and many of us have a twisted idea of what this means, those of us who are literally energetically, consciously, intellectually, constantly in service of others, that's what moves you. That's what excites you. That's what lights up your heart and brings you love, is helping others, giving to others. Those are those of us who are going to exist in the reality of heaven on earth. And I know this stuff sounds pretty crazy. It's fine, you know, whatever. Now, for those of us who are pushed into non-existence, don't worry. It's not like you just don't exist anymore. Your consciousness is going to still be there because we are all the same consciousness. That's not going anywhere. It's just your physical ego suit that's walking around thinking it's real that's going to disappear. But it's not going to be scary. You're not going to hell. You're not going to be tortured. It's fine. All I'm saying is be in service to others. And if you don't know what that means, look within yourself. Allow yourself to feel into that. What does it really mean? What do you have? Who are you in this reality right now? And what can you give to others? Now, this information that I'm sharing with you was literally verbally spoken to me by the Lemurian that I met yesterday. Now, I was also given this crystal, and I'd like to explain to you the energy of this and what he's done to this crystal. You see it? Man, I'm not very good at showing you guys stuff in the camera, am I? Now, what he's done to this crystal is absolutely nothing. He's let it be. The same way that we in the present moment are just being. The crystal is in the present moment consciousness. It's just being. It's not carrying any intentions. It's not been blessed. It's not been manipulated in any way. It's just being. And what it is incredibly special and holds the essence of home, like we've already discussed. Now, I have tapped into this energy because this is simply just part of the special character that I am in the story. Like, again, we're all special. I'm able to tap into this energy and give this energy of just being to other crystals, which, again, I know this is ironic because it's without intention, it's without projection, it's without a blessing, it's without any activation, it just is. So to project this at other crystals sounds ironic, I know. Again, it's just part of the cosmic joke. It's just part of the cosmic joke. But this is why it's been given to me. And I'm able to manipulate the energy of crystals. This is a lot of the work that I was doing in the past. That doesn't exist. So, it is part of my abundance that I'm going to be activating many, many perfectly beautiful Arkansas clear thumbprint quartz and gifting them in every single video to people. Because it's time to spread this energy of home. It's time to remember. It's time to remember right now. Right now. Now, in Arkansas is one of the most powerful vortex points. And you don't hear people talking about this because it's a very well-kept secret. And in Arkansas, buried 6 miles underground, is some of the most powerful crystals with the most exotic principles and magical capabilities ever. Now, we are meant to resurface these, and there is someone who is destined to be the one to go and activate these crystals and help to activate this frequency to shift the planet into this heaven on earth that we are talking about. Right now, however, it is not the right time, and it is being guarded by the blue ones. Now, this is a difficult thing to explain, but you could just think of these as energetic entities that just ain't gonna let it happen, okay? It's not happening. We're not even gonna be able to perceive the crystals yet. Not only this, but there's a dimensional lock, like I said with the other crystals. And this dimensional lock, you literally have to vibrate so high. You have to be on such a high frequency to crack this bad boy open. And there's really exciting things that we're working with energetic principles here. Now, a lot of this information is so exciting and it lights us up and it makes us want to do a whole bunch of stuff. And this is really good. This is a good thing. This should be exciting. We're in a very magical time on the planet right now, and it's real. It's freaking real, guys. All these fantasy movies we watched, and as we grew up into adulthood and wished like, oh man, being a kid and believing all these things were real was so much more exciting. It's literally the way that it is. These things literally exist. It's literally happening. And the most powerful way to be in that story is to just be. Just be you. Just be. You are special. You have a power inside of you that radiates out and it affects everyone that you come by. You know what I'm talking about. That's you. Just be. Now, there's a lot more prophetic information, prophecies, and things that are coming into play right now. And the timing of them is becoming aligned, and there's still a chance. There's a really good chance. We're doing a good job. A lot of us at a lot younger of an age are just in tune, we're already being, and we're just in alignment. And that's pretty cool. It says a lot that there's so many young people that are just being, that they're in tune with this. They don't even need to know, they just are. They don't even have to intellectualize it, they're in that alignment. This is a really powerful, really good sign. And I believe that if you're watching this video, you are one of these people. You are just being. So the message is clear and simple. There is really no message. There's a lot of exciting stuff to digest and experience, but at the end of the day, none of it really matters. What's really important for us to be doing right now, that I have learned from the Lemurian people and the Lemurian Quartz Seed Crystal, is to just be. Just really let go. Not let go by doing anything, but just by being. And when you just be, well, then you are. Damn. I wish there were better words. There's so much we have to give, and there's so much that we have to share. So share and give. You know? Now, if you made it all the way to this point, I wanted to specifically thank you for resonating with me and sharing space. That is one of the best gifts that we can give to each other, and it's a lot grander than you know. Really listen to other people, you know, the way that you listen to me, the way that you integrate what I'm talking about. Give that to everyone. Allow people to be heard and to be themselves, right? It's a really powerful gift. I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to also ask if you could comment below and let me know if the style of this video was helpful to you or not. Now, what I mean by this is sometimes I put videos together where I put in a lot of editing and I go, number 1, number 2, number 3. I break things down in a really simple way. This style of me just walking and talking and sharing my thoughts and having a conversation with you, it's hard for me to understand whether this is actually helpful to people or not. And I have a lot of things that I want to be sharing, so if you could let me know below what's the best way that helps you to integrate information, that would be really helpful to me to be able to help others even more. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Nathan. I really appreciate you a lot. I love making videos about crystals, and I've got videos coming out with things that you have never heard anybody talking about with crystals. I absolutely guarantee it. So make sure to subscribe, make sure that bell notification's clicked, or you're not even gonna know I made the videos. I don't know what YouTube's doing with the algorithm lately. I don't know what it's doing. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Have a good one.